Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good morning. April 27th, 2023. Today na April 27th, 2023. Of course, today na Independence Day. We don't need for record that day. It's a beautiful day. You know, they look at 62 years of Sierra Leone. Also, we don't do it like today. We compare back, we look at Singapore, we look at the, other nations across the world. Look at Dubai. 62 years later, look who's we there, look who's in there. First world countries. We tell today we're in a third world country. Then when they see the members of parliament, then we see the bill when they pass for parents have the kind of money than they country with healthcare not better. What's not there? People they die, teachers are not getting paid well, nurses they get paid properly, soldier, police, they live a miserable life. Go look the barracks there, go look at police barrack there. All over the country, no social welfare services for we people. You angry, now you left part. You know, some people, let me see, we'll get to our brother before they go deep inside this talk. Now we'll just make some few points for clarify. You know, brother SK, now in birthday today in London. You know, you celebrate this wonderful birthday, my brother. You know, we wish you well, we wish you everything you ask for. We know, so you know, one of our fervent listeners them and supporters. You know, so one for thank you, one for say we appreciate you. And on this day where you celebrate today, let God make you see many more birthdays to come. And one for take this opportunity as well for send them out to everybody else. We supporters them, Sierra Leoneans up there. We mean well for that country to celebrate birthday today. Happy birthday to all. You know, we wish you all the best. But brother SK, you know, we want to thank you. We appreciate you. We see you. Not to all my we came for call and wish them well and say thanks to them, but we want to let you know, say we appreciate you. We know what you do. You roll where you play that social media, you roll where you play that Sierra Leone, the role where you play for sensitize and educate, spread the message out there. We appreciate you, brother. We give you all the love and kudos. We know say you served our nation day very well, and then like today, you know, you're one of the few them waiting for come out and for live a good life and a better life, and no say yes, there are people suffering out there. You support you, brother and sister, and we serve the NAMS as well. We want to thank you for that. We want to let you know, so we appreciate that indeed. You know, come on and cash, bring on we'll talk about brother SK. I just want to make one quick clarification as well. You know, you see, the thing is this. When you look at what's happening with, CNGC, the custom video, then 2017, 2018 video of Kande Yumkela, what they do, why they support Kande Yumkela. I notice, and you know, when I for call me, say, hey, Brian, look at the share video, this video, a recent one. Any video that they see where they talk about Kande Yumkela, good one. Now 2017 to early 2018, then January or so. Now 2018, to the elections when I March 2018. Any other video I see where they talk. I want to left for heart to head for call me, Brian. No. Without me, NGC not the function. I tell you this. NGC don't die long time from the day I come on NGC. So they need me voice. So that they see that video, they need me, Ibrahim. Without me, NGC is dead. So all that they see that video, then they do one for them, they resurrect the NGC as a party. But I want everybody know, say NGC is dead. Kande Yumkela is a betrayer. I tell you 4 years ago, so that money done. Una left for when I see that video, una just move past, go on a business. Any video una see why they talk well of Kande Yumkela, now the time we're not showing self-hate. Now the time when the man we look at his resume, we look at his caliber, we look at say this man a serious person. Not to now go see this man don't go sell. We can't like I sell so. You know, come the content and cash the other they don't even go deep back Kande Yumkela. Let we look at Kande Yumkela help for destroy democracy in that country today. The NGC party, I destroy the NGC and destroy democracy in Sierra Leone. Look at all the appointments them from the NEC commissioner. You know, you talk about Francis Benkaifala, the anti-corruption commissioner. All of these appointments, the Kande Yumkela defend them. Then the other parliamentarians and the Sierra they watch Kande Yumkela and they big fool and they stupid them. Moment can I work on it? Now I will catch up. Where this guy and I go cover up the $1.5 million thievery and bribery corruption by David Francis at the time was the chief minister. Kande Yumkela team up at the well of parliament and do a whole life on that day for support the appointment of Mohamed Kanawe Kone. Then we look at the state of emergency. For over 1 year we get state of emergency. When they kill people not to come on. Kande Yumkela and defend them back the parliament. So I understand NGC need Ibrahim, but I would never ever go back to NGC. Any video I see, I know say the NGC people, they cannot do without me. I know NGC party cannot survive without me. So that means they put them video and they make a song, they make an amen, then they praise. Now all video, now back in the day, when the man be serious, so we don't have lucky with democracy. So when left for call me or send me a message about that. Move on. I know they ever. Tell die go to me grave, Kande Yumkela would never have my support again. I don't care if you change, I don't care what you do. It would never have it. Neither the NGC as a political party. So there, I just want to clarify that. And not say we're not able to do without me. Some of una they live, una they dream. What should I remember now, Ibrahim? We wish you get Ibrahim. I know how una they feel. Now make una they go and cut some video for share them. I know. Una don't become obsessed with me, Ibrahim. I know. But no, Minister of the kind person. What say no, and no, it don't done. And then they go back. So una left that side it. But you know, come and cash it. Let's talk about what I SK quick, comrade. Now you man that one day. Talk about that quick when they come back.
Thank you so much, Ibrahim. You know, as you say, we have this opportunity. I follow. We wish this brother a happy birthday, Ibrahim. This is a true brother. We support the cause for Sierra Leone. Ibrahim, anybody not we just listen to we or listen to various people them, but a man this apart from even listening or share to message them, I know the lives where they touch, because you know if you don't live their life then he served Salone as in the military capacity. Now all served during the war through before he traveled to the abroad. And somebody will be say he's not just listening to message them, they proudly say they learn every day. But if to follow do audio, they like it is sick because he says he's learning. Today, you know anybody will get birthday on the 27th, the person lucky because the entire country they celebrate with you. But what is opportunity for which each and everybody will get independent today, when I today them born up a happy birthday, but especially to brother SK within FSK. You know, our Lord and Mercy, we appreciate each and every listener who gets, and we will continue for sure and to say without Una back who self know the deals of this so today. So SK, today is your day. Like God continue for make we celebrate many years them as Salone they get today. We don't get 62 Ibrahim, right? 62 years of independence.
Yep.
I think 59 years of suffering, because we begin get our wrong as Salone properly from 1964.
Yep.
62 years of independence, 59 years of suffering. Up till date, we no go fight. So happy birthday to the country, Sierra Leone, and happy birthday to SK. We wish you well, and like God continue for you long life your body, and all what you wish for yourself. You know what you wish for yourself better than we. We just say happy birthday to SK.
Absolutely. Yashe.
Yeah, Ibrahim, you see, you make comments or comedy talk, say this na man we don't they support we and you know defend we. You know, I just want kind of like, you know, change that a little bit, Ibrahim, because I believe say anybody where they support this, it supports the cause for Salone in better one.
Absolutely.
Make no mistake. I they say this. I mean, even to we self, when we say one thing, you will see we always the kind of like say, oh, I don't agree, because it is a cause for make Salone better. Again, Ibrahim, remind me of a gentleman yesterday when me YouTube in the talk about like improper, you know, where I say like a open for people interpretation. You, I mean, we laugh about it where I say Antona. A guy hotel we say, hey, Cashbox, not talk there again. You know, it is clear. You know, come here talk about it. Where come here they say that man make very important point where he say it is about time where he say that when they talk about austerity and all that thing and the man they want me say not talk there again. You know, Ibrahim, because it is a cause. Everybody where they fight this thing, it's a cause where we fight for Salone in better one. So this is the reason, like people like brother SK them, they work celebrating. Because they are fighting, they're joining hands for this cause where for change Salone. And it reminds me for me I tell Salone people them, you know, this is like where we wish brother SK happy birthday. And brother SK, we just wish you all the best. But you know, Ibrahim, you know, like, I mean, I do not like to say this, but you know the lady where my cousin in woman where actually like can look after them the way she always when the beginning of the good weekend and back today.
Oh wow.
You see, yeah. I mean the reason why and every time, you know, I always tell comrade this talk. If it wasn't because of this lady, if I actually don't make them hard for me because like no matter what, like now Monday to Friday I pick them up Sunday. Friday they look forward to go over there. She's there again, you picking them with me cousin picking them, and they look after me picking the end, but then to the end. Honestly, Ibrahim, this lady now anyway, I cannot stop for appreciating my life because it makes the thing so easy, and it's a bad day again today. But I'm not saying you know go and make a call in name because the apostle when I shame beef and all that thing and but you know, I mean, it know who that it be, and You know, like I just want to express like how much, you know, I appreciate him. Imagine Ibrahim, like as a man, looking after that lady. They make I get me weekend, you know, gets like some respite, you know, for the fact that like you don't know which beginning talk the host and all that, which I enjoy. I enjoy doing it, but it just keep give me that liberty. You see, Friday you always say, oh, like the people are late for cancer, they go begin to say, oh, who say you there? Like you begin to catch there and all that in the day.
Nice.
Ibrahim, I just want to say, you know, I really thank God for this day where he born. And I really, really appreciate
Absolutely.
And she's name is Fatima, by the way.
Yes.
He did London, so
absolutely.
Don't go one after him anyway. But happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Absolutely. You know, our sister, we thank you for everything you do for us. You know, God bless you. Thank you. You know, there's so many good people in the world, man. The world is a great place. However, we get few, you know, bad eggs them amongst us. But I think Fatima is shining the light as one of the good people. So we appreciate you, Fatima. You see, Governor Koita and Kashi, you know, I just want to remind Salon people and say we are close to elections. Now, 58 days left to election. You see, Comrade and Kashi, we don't want kind of again for, you know, way we talk, people in the Gambia, we can't talk nonsense. They'll go for double down. You see, because we go for make more clarification. You see, we don't want to do that day again. We try to avoid any situation where it go sort of jeopardize, you know, the election outcomes. Even though we know say they don't sell the game to Mother Bio, but we know say SLPP know they win this next election. SLPP they go. You see, me, what you want for do when we listen again to these members of parliament? Because when you look at independence, you cannot talk about independence 62 years later without bringing in parliament. Again, at the same parliament is where they are, but my guy, go sit down, they allow them pass them bad laws we make we get a one-party state system. From that 10-day where parliament not do their work. This parliament don't worse past that parliament day. We'll talk them back again. Because this parliament, not only the fact that now they are corrupt and don't pass all kind of bad laws, when I think about everything what this parliament do, when they talk about all the laws they where they pass for help Matter for destroy that country, when they talk about even the 1 year state of emergency where they pass, why they tell you about the UK and a lot of that stuff when they talk about the national central intelligence bill where they pass, when they talk about the cyber security, where they be one for use for go after people until you know the international community stop them and say, hey. That's what I make we support that bill. The European Union, they all come say that's what they make we support this bill. We support them for fight financial crimes internationally. That's what after people and free speech and the rights to and stuff. But you see, these are all the things where this parliament don't pass it to the point where the parliament don't graduate now to the point where we see that the only parliament this way in recent times, the way they pay themselves, the way they take care of themselves with all the small benefits. That's to the point where they come also now. Each parliamentarian, if they come back, they forget $50,000. $50,000 when you calculate that one in a 6.6 million. So when you look at all of these things, this parliament for all of these years, you know what we can talk. You see, if we not call Posse name safe now, not sorry yet. But now we play for yesterday, that Gambian parliamentarian Komrekota and Kashi, we play for Salon people. When you not support something to talk. When you not support something to talk. APC is the next political party where they win this next election. APC they on the verge for win an election. When Salon people are in there, they want for say the APC party not a part of them. And who they represent the APC party them? Now APC parliamentarian them. Inside the parliamentarian there, who are the leader of the parliamentarian? Now Honorable Cherikoko, who are Honorable Cherikoko? Honorable Cherikoko is the running mate for the APC party going into the next election.
Just a quick one. Did you say the $50,000 just to kind of it is 1.1 billion leons? 1.1
billion. Some people when I hear 1.1 billion now each member of parliament they get. Now we make this very clear. We can call on the legal mindset of that country for stand up and protect this constitution here. So we can talk to owner. But I just want to lay this premise, let people understand. Say the people of Salon are glad. Not all because they feel say if SLPP come on an APC, so they go use and abuse the intelligence of the people. The people they clearly for the APC parliamentarian. They elect the APC parliamentarian. They elect the APC party. They wanted the APC win election. But they don't go sit down and they watch back. The APC people wait for protect them inside parliament. Then they sit down and they watch how they suffer, they carry the suffer. So go look like Krube, go look like Mabela, go look like all they slum them across the country. People are suffering. Then they watch the APC parliamentary and them. They know they debunk the SLPP, Abbas Bundu, and the other one they go past them bad law there for thief the people and benefits them. The money way for go towards benefits them, amenities, services, social welfare programs them. Now the nation for take care of the poor people them, for take care of the poor masses that nation they don't go sit there and they watch the APC parliamentarians and then a parliament. Then they go past the law there. Nobody know they can condemn them. Nobody know they can condemn them, including the leader of the opposition today where parliament on this also. Cherry Kokona, the member of parliament, when the leader of the opposition, and not come out for condemn and say, no, Abbas Bundu, I don't support this bill. No, SLPP, I don't support this bill. No, Marabio, I don't support this bill. This bill na robbery. This bill na thief bill. This bill it can damage the country. Today na Independence Day. What you get for show? Honorable Cherry Coco as the leader of the opposition, when on dissolved today in parliament so yesterday or day before yesterday, so they like it today, it did a parliament so they go past this bill here. If I condemn them, let's stand with the APC people, let's stand with Sierra Leoneans, let the Sierra Leoneans no say Honorable Cherry Coco, when it can be with vice president, not on my way wicked, not on my way bad, not on my way go sit down. It allow this government for thief like the thief so pay themselves $1.1 billion, pay each member of parliament $1.1 billion, bo. $1.1 billion, bo. Una look inside this, bo. Some people are telling Independence Day. Let we ask you 7 tough questions there. How APC they go into this election here? So how do people get confidence for no say we parliamentarian them not support that bill inside parliament? Independence Day like today. Go ahead, Kashi.
I really want to make we repeat that audio back of that Gambian MP because the reason why it is crucial, if you can find it,
absolutely,
it is because the one the way they talk say not to one parliament, not to one man decision. But parliament kind of like get one man voice in the parliament, he can talk in frustration. Because this woman, not to say like certain waiting he stand up for, they not pass them now, Gambian parliament too. But it come out and say in conscience, you not go able to sleep fine. If that thing and they happen. No, but it's possible say that bill they then pass them. But waiting when they say, like even though they go pass them because majority, well, obviously we stupid, we don't say that majority now counts in the parliament, but with everything when they don't do, when they kind of like, you know, the Africanist press when they talk them, the audit report when they debate them, we know that say no one person will just kind of like win the vote. But waiting now you action. Wait, how furious have you been? You know, like when this thing not happen, Ibrahim, this is waiting will be the call for. Waiting at the action afterwards. You know, Ibrahim, because that's why we play this.
Absolutely.
Because this woman, let's say like now 50% plus. Now they can talk. Now one can talk for himself. How he feel?
You know, comrade, now in one get talk and Kashi, now in one talk and he go across the world Yeriam, down in the books of history in Gambia. That woman, every Gambian no say now in this. That woman, they will mark me word, they get for team up for presidency and they win that election, they outrightly. But comrade, you can't come in, let's play this Gambian in sound again. One more time. Let's tell people understand. We're going to election, 62 years today, independence, Sierra Leone, we celebrate. Parliament get a role for playing 62 years of our independence. We don't get pipe-borne water going to people's house. People don't get clean drinking water. Them picking a suffer. But the woman in the suffer. Woman in the suffer in that country today. Healthcare not better. Education not better. Nothing not better.
The body
in the rotting mortuary. All over the country. The healthcare is a piece of crap. Hey, boy, with members of parliament, they want to sit down. One miscreant, that human trafficker, when they traffic people, that case they force, remember that case people they die overseas, then they run for commander the countryside and born. Waiting do parliament gets a responsibility for hold the government accountable for 5 years and no. Let we make opportunities for young people. They don't know left this country, the brain of this society. They don't know go. But no, that useless miscreants, it's not a Holland. It is Allah. They make confusion, they cause confusion. So that the people they go run for say, look, come on here, they make money in the head, it is siphon the money, it extort them, it racketeer the money, it traffic them, human trafficking. Big offense to the world, but I play this Gambian. Now I miscreant, now they can talk, won't talk, he can talk, be won't talk, he can talk, be but Salon people and they wake up every day. Let's play this. Come ready, the kind side store. Let's play this.
For Banjul South.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I would first of all like to thank the committee clerks of this August House for the great work that they have done by spending the whole night in this August Assembly preparing a report for us. I thank you clerks of the National Assembly. Honorable Speaker, I think looking at the Honorable Minister's statement and looking at the budget, I think that our government does not love this country. They do not have the feeling to nurture our children in this country. Honorable Speaker, $6 billion in salaries alone, not in administrative cost. Honorable Speaker, and we say we are a poor country. Honorable Speaker, the median age in this country is 19 years old. We should consider the life and the livelihood of our children. We should be investing in education. We should be investing in health rather than paying ourselves, feeding ourselves out of the poor people of this country. I will start with this August Assembly, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, to see the salary of the Honorable Speaker increased from 658 million to 658,000 to 1,560,000. I feel ashamed to call myself an honorable member, Honorable Speaker. I gave myself for service. I did not give myself for the poor people to feed me and my family, Honorable Speaker. When I saw this, I felt embarrassed. I did not want to come to this budget session because I said to myself, there is no need, because we are just sharing the cake in our pockets, going home, feeding ourselves. Not only that, but to see the responsibility allowance, the residential allowance, the roving allowance, and all those for the representatives of the people. It is embarrassing for me to go back to my poor constituency and tell them that the meager resources of this country, I am paid that much at your expense. I took an oath, Honorable Speaker, to serve and to give back to my society, not to enrich myself. And even if I go to the Constitution, Honorable Speaker, it says that we shouldn't deliberately enrich ourselves, and increasing our salaries is deliberately.
Comrade, sorry. Comrade, go ahead, bro.
Comrade, today with the Mark Saloon, 62 years of we independence. Ibrahim, 59 years of suffering. Ibrahim, let me tell you something. Saloon will gain independence from Britain, the Great Britain, when the United Kingdom in 1961. Following the death of Samuel Magai, Sierra Leone, increasingly, we know the cancers the country by voting, by corruption, mismanagement, electoral violence, when with a weak civil society. In 1964, there's characterized alone as one of the countries where corrupt has ended the country. Imagine this, 59 years ago, they say mismanagement, electoral violence, and weak civil society. We make Albert Magai use this parliament of Sierra Leone, the same parliament to the top also, then go bring law for lie if we will favor them. You know, let me tell you something, Ibrahim. In 1964, Albert Magai rules a law as stewardship, a rural legacy in a personal property. A rules are like na me get like we did na me host now and me picking them what I want for nine to do. That's not the foundation for less alone. They say this today, Ibrahim.
Absolutely.
But let me tell you something. From where Salone who don't get independence to date, nobody pay attention, and the parliament they make everywhere they write the TRC report, they not put the cause, they not put that criminal libel law act. Now it make young man there organize themselves, they say no form of rebellion, where they go join for this and others for saying the fact for oppression may no more there. They say no thing from 1964, we don't be oppressed. We don't get no choice for command this year, no form rebellion. Take opportunity, take advantage of the whole Liberia. Ibrahim, if we tell people and say Salon don't boil, we will say no check out Salon boil, no begin first we'll go from 1961, we come to 1964. No check out Salon boil in 1964. Now the law will go past the parliament. The 1965 Criminal Libel Law Act. Now in the foundation where the casting they use in 1967 when they win election. Even 67 we see the problem where Albert Magai used the military and the police for overthrow elected government. We make Stephen lose confidence on the military. When I make eyes, we call it the West. Them. From 19 to date, if you people them, they always look so book of food, we look so for those alone for like I did so. Abraham at this 21st century, we now internet in our access. So remember, people in the sea. Now these people like Ibrahim, then one day, they go parliamentarians them, then they go see, let them pay them. If one time, not all parliament to one time parliamentary, I don't know about the 2 times. Nobody 3 times, nobody speaker, nobody deputy speaker, nobody leaders of the opposition in the parliament, so nothing at the young. So let them pay the one-off payment of $50,000, 1 point almost billion euros. We lost the work for 30 years. You need to even get $10,000. Teacher they work for over 30, 35 years, 40 years. You need to even get $10,000. You need to even get $10,000. We entire 40 years, you need to get that day. So they need to get $5,000. Now maybe say $10,000. $5,000 if you need to get that. Now no save $10,000. Some person who work your entire life, if I'm more than benefit at 20 million, when I like $1,000 now. Some man work your entire life, when I then big man that $2,000 something, at 40 million. We for your entire 40 years habits. Who will talk? People they can't say they for clap for Jericho. Jericho sacrifice equals a speaker for what he sacrifice for a saloon, for God's sake. Now yeah, we will talk. This deal Ibrahim not deal down because let me just remind that I bring this to more occupation. We see who be their system. But they can't say no exposure. President will sign a night talk in a lie, but you will pass that bill in the sign up. In matter of fact, for the contra parliament, no sign already. Ibrahim. Me, I'm very much sure before bill go to parliament, no sign up. Now for good say we don't debate up. Ibrahim, when them one begin today, they say let them do parliament for put a law say alive. The feedback when they say for the people they do that they say no, now they make us see them make the notes to debate. Now overnight they go. All members of parliament, all plus the parliamentary them. But let me tell you something, Ibrahim, local can down to the local level. The most reckless people get in as alone that the local authorities and religious leaders them. The parliamentary them, what made they say parliamentary them go to parliament Ibrahim, that then do the people and then know the suffering of the people them. That they forgo them present to it very well. That they for know exactly what in the people in the face because then they with the people and they live with them at the chief from there, that the towns there, that the villages there. Ibrahim, look say parliamentary they all go sit down. Then they go agree for let them pay them this money because they all get for gonna benefit say $50,000. Ibrahim, at this point in time, look what that guy talk now with you as well say out to you. That guy make very salient point. When we get the government to responsible, he not see that the pay MP there. He make matter of fact they say when they got austerity measures, they say for it, they say for law able combat the economic crisis where they have people be longer under Ebola. Then cut down people and travel, reduce minister and travel, reduce taxes for people and reduce different things they say for law get austerity measures so that they come back to feet Ibrahim. We at this time now we salon the struggle. So matter of fact, the world they battle with the economic crisis. Now, also they say, the water they come out. If they don't dirty, also they get clean water. Now the West here now the water they come out for low drink. Yeah, now I don't dirty, but most person they get clean water. So they begin dig your water now. For let him make you, let him get your water. We instead they begin look say, okay, no, cut taxes from most SF. No, reduce the president. Come here, just for saying Naya would get the water. By the way, the reason why Naya would get the water because we don't see them big full with the wealth the way we get. Because remember, most of the things the way the West they produce, now Africa they go pull the raw material and produce them and send them back to we. For instance, how we go there, like without about dying a well. We surrounded with fresh water then, several major rivers. Where Ibrahim tell we what where he go to Dubai the other day. Dubai na desert. We not even get water, they pull water far side.
Absolutely.
For water Canada than the country. So we get everything. Yes, I understand it is because of stupidity make now we dey wait for the West for me they feed we. Now because we stupid. No, but for arguments, Cashbox, no, see what they do with the barter system. Na hand go hand cap. We get everything We not get the mechanism for do am. That make the West very sensitive that they keep we in that angle. Who said then they get the your resources. They always make sure say that road clear. We who say what make I tell you say who said the water they come out if it ain't dirty. I go clean water. That's the wall. The battle with economic crisis. So meaning they're not ready. Nobody not ready for go take boss in your load. They put and pat up himself. Nobody not ready for that right now. We instead the government they sit down, the parliament sit down. Feel for the people. Ibrahim, if you see today, almost 100 member of parliament. Now the new portal land alone. Now the new money making land alone. The new portal for thief salon money. They civilize. You know the thief salon money. Then they legalize them for thief salon money. Say law on a parliament. Law put an law say then for pay this year. Now legal. I don't tell us say they use legal means for no illegality in a salon. I don't always keep on this statement say they use legal means for no illegality because they no say. Tomorrow for let no mix in the parliament will be good to the parliament pass the bill. So it's either use legal means for do illegality. Yeah. Then use legal means for do illegality for tips and nobody for rips and look people them. For people off with blood Ibrahim Sansante, broad daylight. Thief and this Ibrahim broad daylight robbery.
Absolutely.
This a pathway so your man go take or maybe go take the points by you Ibrahim better. As we to God before parliament do so let it cancel the person can have something like that. It take only party they can go. It better now. I'm one the thief, not to the state the thief. Now, me one thief, also the state the thief Ibrahim. This kind of thief, he better pass that operation of pure yourself of FRC, he better pass this way to do so because this, now the entire generation yet on board 9 council as well. Remember Ibrahim, get the money to the 400,000 1 million losers alone. Get the money. Absolutely. Even can 1-to-1 force. You see, imagine not even 500 for 1 million, 400,000 for 1 million lose. Now they go sit down. Ibrahim, they say salon no get money. Who say the money they come for pay them bottom higher? You see what make them they increase tax na airport? You right make them increase tax na wataki? So now we the people now who they the reason Ibrahim now they cancel. Then they increase tax na wataki, increase na airport, they make all kind of tax and they put people in the study birth certificate na 12,000 euros. Now I don't know if that 200,000 or more. Imagine 2.5 if for be free self. Abraham, everything way they see as a lot today, then I would pay now that money they get that. So Parliament they're ready for support President Bill for sign all kind of bad laws them as far as they pay the money they pay them. Ibrahim, the people of Sierra Leone, let me don't tell them what they say. The social media when I get choice for look what they listen to. If somebody tonight today say law clap for them, well mean the law clap for him killer. If we see law clap for Cheko, we then go past bill Parliament for this money, we then the law clap for him killer, we join SLPP. Law clap for Msg Apr, we go to Parliament and go join SLPP cap because these are the 3 leaders who then join the government for damage alone. You know, Msg Apr, Jericho na the main opposition party, the one that they may belong. Ibrahim, we give for yes. Would they say law clap for one person?
Absolutely.
Why for cost? No, why for cost? You can we could join SLPP. Why for cost Msg Apr? We go see remember the issue now. See what they does because they don't pass the bill when they get $50,000. Ibrahim, when I don't see all the dance in Parliament, mad at you. Look this, look the video. Ibrahim, let's see where they mad go. We don't join mad at you.
You know, comrade,
85% of you.
Comrade, it's very important. Law point to people and say. They don't sell the elections to Marabio. This is a sellout to Marabio, not quid pro quo.
No, why I say this thing, I want to serve God and my conscience. If I would the cost of Yumkela, we Yumkela is Marabio do is 5% of him promise. Would the cost of Msg Apr, we don't betray we cannot pull them. We don't betray Salo by excess of Kono. What is the difference which we still on there as a leader, they agree for them pay them this kind of huge money. Parliament, Ibrahim, the first Parliament this time. I don't know what I say. Me, I don't want the Parliament the debate so for the nation, it's a low Parliament.
Yeah,
and one day, they are the first time in life for any Parliament. The Parliament of 2002 and Escobade, when they win debate in the Parliament, they win votes against SLPP. They're not saying they pay even $2,000. They're not even saying they get $2,000. Then they win debate too. They do very well. We are reason the day. They want to see them within the Parliament. How they wham. They're not talking low. No, make us gently. They work for the people. The Parliament of 2007 work for the people. The Parliament of 2012 work for the people. The Parliament, 5th Parliament of the Republic of Sierra Leone, that the worst, they go down to history, like how the Parliament of 1964, Albert Bagai. In fact, that Parliament, this Parliament. That 64 Parliament, these are the worst in the history of Sierra Leone. Ibrahim, at this point, Sierra Leone is struggling with bad governance. Sierra Leone is struggling with economic crisis. Sierra Leone is struggling with price control. Sierra Leone is struggling with, Abraham as a so independent and not pay nobody. It's salary no go it. So Jaman, not to policeman, nobody did not pay it. Or if you check now, they will account their all money they money they not pay them. At this point in time, waiting for the Sierra Leone team say, hey, what you for do for end the suffering? What you for do? Me, now me go in opposition now, like me do so Ibrahim, me do go support government. Government I can pull up. I me do support now for go left give load for them give debt. Because what thing is supposed to not matter if you go to June 24, you know not say me I go not to make it for come get this buyer. Una no work out of plan for justify the things you will not be agree because we did a parliament so but kind of governance if I get argument say we not be sure on this particular bill I will not be agree come on do no more do. For argument's sake, Ibrahim, for let them do forgive the government to the camp a British space. Say, well, when I MP them, who been the as members of parliament, as majority of parliament, will walk out of this bill, will not bring it on the because we want to go for Catalonia. Ibrahim, for argument's sake, forgive the government British space. Now, I don't know who took them government to get for car, but I don't know who took an truth, how you get for Brit. What you get for argument, when I MP them is on the all party bill. For more than MP, I can't talk on a platform say then they pay for the fed for them pay them $50,000. Now they may ask for pandemic people. I say, una the fed for them give $50,000 for una your medical fee when they give $5,000 for so. Now they first had some of kind when they give $5,000, then they give others Sierra Leone. In the heart we first, then they go see for them and give $15,000, which I'm sure they will not do. We don't know because for me that's okay. I'm not that's what I'm sure they will not do accept now. Ibrahim, that is make them go to reach $50,000 because they not talk about $50,000. They say nobody not talk nothing. Say let them get $15,000, let the family, let all the apostles to suffer. They say okay, we don't get them. You know, they're testing the test. They say now low is will benefit to 50,000 one-off payment. Ibrahim, what if make all the people no go to Tibet now? Now the best business on as alone for go to member of parliament. Every time they get $13,000 for vehicle allowance. Every time, 3 times per year. $36,000 per 1 year. Whose business they do where they can up of the day?
I think that term day, I think now just like that 50, that end of term day, I think now one of like that the 5 years, I think.
Who that is that day?
No, I'm sure, comrade, but we'll go check them anyway. We'll check
No, Cassie, not to that day, not to that one of. Who that is that day?
No, because you know that like when I say 50,000 per term.
When they give Bukasi, no, when they give the 20,000 for rental allowance for 5 years.
Yeah, I think saying that for term.
Not for term. For 5 years.
No, if you say per term, I'm sure it's for the 5 years, but I do not know. Maybe we need for double.
No, Cassie. Yeah, that not get that pretty space.
Okay. No, we go check that. We go check that.
The rental allowance when they give us so, Cassie. Now for 5 years.
No, if you say per year or per term. If you say per term, then I think it's the 5 years. But let's check it. I do not quite know, but let's check that.
I do the council.
You the one who
Sorry, comrade. Carry on.
Cassie, equal allowance. Like they get it. If you me, whose business is doing where they get companies can crisis, where they get $13,000 profit. For this kind of crisis. Then they go in. You know, imagine Cassie will look them people there. Able. All the benefits when they get so. When they go and get thousand members alone, they pay people there on Lyons. Then they made the allowances there in dollars. Remember? Then they pay people there in Lyons, then they make the allowances there in dollars. And also, okay, for God's sake, when I give 100 million for vehicle allowance, Lyons, no, because they don't say the money go big pass back, they make in dollars. They don't say rent allowance 20 million euros. They say $20,000, Ibrahim. Because you know the reason for that. For instance, you get like in a way everybody when they do business, you always they try for, and this now another like that very important point you raised. So let me ask Kashi. What make you see all man they take in rent na salona in dollars? The parliament don't legalize that first. Kashi na parliament don't legalize for people in the rent they pose there in dollars. Na salon. By rights, nobody for go pay rent as a low by dollar. Now Ibrahim so play that dollar they charge you.
Of course.
That dollar because parliament don't legalize them because parliament go put and say rent allowance $20,000. Not say rent allowance 20 million or 40 million. Okay, if you have 500 million, so I put as rent allowance 500 million euros. Ibrahim get count is the way to go at the world. You know the crazy charge policy in dollar like Senegal, like the Gambia, like Cote d'Ivoire, like Mali Bamako. This is a French contract that calls for issue, Ibrahim. Then they pay the rent in the money safer.
Yeah.
Not in dollars. We parliaments, they know they say that 200 million euros. Okay, now put at the 200 million euros rent allowance, so they agree. But let it be
the points anyway I want to make. If you find out, then they like economists them get one thing where they call you edge, you position. One of you edging strategy. Now for actually kind of like bill, you know, like if me and you do the transact business, Ibrahim or Comrade, like you the America, and they use you as an example, you the America, if I do business with you, the risk where I get, the risk right there is like a foreign currency risk. Because if Sentem, you they pay me in dollars, it's like the risk is there. If at all, like the pound lost in value, and they receive less pound. So one of like a key hedging strategy now for make like I invoice you in pounds. So that's it now I they transfer the risk to you. So if the dollar or whatever lost in value, yeah, you get a risk that you they pay more in dollars. So if you watch the Conin game now, yeah, within the play, these guys then were supposed for make sure say the Lions be strengthened, because if I make no mistake, Parliament gets a big role for strengthening the Lions.
Absolutely. Because
we always they talk about institutions, them not the function. Now it make because now they kill confidence, Ibrahim. So what it happen when they put the allowances them and then pay in dollars, even when the Lions nasty, for instance, if they say $10 or $1,000, now they pay them. Even when and then if now let me say 100 million, 100 million, and then they pay them. As maybe they 10,000 leons, the dollar be the 10,000 leons.
You know, comrade, when you look at this same parliament, I didn't allow.
Yeah, sorry. So if let me say if now be 100 million leons, then they pay them, Ibrahim. Look the Colin game when they play now. If now 100 millions, they pay them. Where dollar be the 10,000 to the leons. 10,000 leons to the dollar. Waiting they happen, they're worth like now 100 millions. But like now where it don't go 20,000, because like so waiting 100 million be they buy 2 years ago. Now half of it they buy. Right. So now if you notice, they don't kind of like put their allowances, them all in dollars.
Peg onto the dollar.
So if like let me say 50 million. $50,000 now be 500 million leons. Now $50,000 is like 1 billion leons, Ibrahim.
So get it, man.
You see how they because they know how nasty then they make we economy become. Right. When the leons lost in value, they still get the equivalent in dollars. Absolutely. So they don't position safe. So this is the reason why they're quoting it in dollars. Exactly. Sorry, comrade, that's the only point I want to make.
And that's true. And then now make you see the scarcity of the dollar, because now they only keep the dollar there they host. You know, there is no dollars out there. With businessman, they want to go buy. You don't talk about the NRA guy the other day. Sorry, Ibrahim, something where we defend our foreign taxes. You saw it goes back to the same parliament. Matter of fact, when I think of Danny now and look at this bill with encompass, my mind reflects. Like how you talk earlier on, you and comrade when I talk earlier on, say now they don't can increase. You know, all this then benefits them. What you do, because you see, I made them send the NRA out force. Say go increase the revenue. Then work out the math. Then work out the calculation. Then say they don't put them bill together. Very say 50,000. Then they say, you know what? I'll go for pay for this. Let's work out the math. Let's work out the calculations. Then say, okay, if we increase the taxes by so, then Ibrahim Sorry go out there now and go tell the Sierra Leone people so they can increase all the taxes, because they were working out the math. This is why we say again, Honorable Cheno Majuba, maybe you did not see this. Now Parliament don't dissolve, you don't go, but we want for your real statement from you as the leader of the biggest opposition party in Sierra Leone, APC. When the next government in waiting, let the people of Salono say, you know, they support this kind of nonsense, because we are on the verge of winning an election. This is a very delicate time for winning an election in that country. Let the people not see this and become very disappointed in the Parliament, and then they look, they say, that's same boy within a parliament, when the leader of the opposition, we not talk with the members of parliament and go pass all kind of dangerous bill, you know, condemn them. That same man, then they're going to meet the APC party. These are the dangers we'll get for expose that people understand. Say, dear, no give APC bad name. Let the APC not be looked at as the political party where they help the SLPP. Because we don't say the SLPP are lucky. We don't say Abbas Bundo as the speaker. Now they push them in there inside the well of parliament. But that you one voice we go come out and tell the people of Salone, it will bring so much confidence going into the next elections. Let people know say, yes, this man who don't can make running mate. If he cannot this country, get sorry, I go sorry for we. That is where Honorable Chairman Majuba comes in. I'm not saying that they use that bobon on social media for can't talk on a nonsense. Because again, they don't create the cushion for una. So when they talk, even though they talk sensible things to una, you don't decide for deliberately be quiet. But I don't tell it today, Honorable Cherry Coco. You silence now in the finish in African politics and Salone politics particularly. Because in politics, you don't get no excuse for saying you get for be silent. When you say you're not politicians, you get for speak to the people. As a politician, you job for educate and sensitize the people. When the people not sure about certain things, instead of you send Bobo on social media, one of the give small thing, a human trafficker, before I send a come for can lie and people, when I can explain to the people, let the people get clarity. That is your responsibility as a member of parliament, even though you're a former now. But going into the next elections, you get a very important role for play as the running mate of the APC as a political party for bring confidence and restore confidence.
I mean, it is clear this Bobo, the more Cherry Coco gets, the more he gets. You know, Ibrahim, it just like where me and you did so. The more me papa we get money in our house, the more we they enjoy. If the less he gets, the less we they enjoy. The more Cherry Coco gets $50,000, at least he go eat 10,000 day. Ibrahim, it is the pattern. You see, but Salone people and they faint. But how can you tell us? They say them for clap. Papa God.
Comrade Kashi, me, comrade, I don't say comrade will be abruptly cut you off there, but you continue your flow, comrade. But comrade, me, I want to follow you, help me. Follow we call back on people like the Dr. Abdullahi Conte, people like JFK. Matter of fact, call lawyer Rashid of Legal Link. These are constitutional human rights lawyer. Matter of fact, lawyer Lansana Dumbuya as the Secretary General of the APC as a political party, and also he gets a lot of stuff now in desk for deal with. They get all these elections of symbols and all that trouble. They prepare for elections. But this is a human rights crisis. I think lawyer Lansana Dumbuya gets a master's in human rights law. And a lot of these other guys that are practicing law, you don't need to forget human rights law for stand on this. But when you look at the socioeconomic status of a nation at this particular point in time, a nation where the people make less than $1 a day, at this particular point in time, for the members of parliament for pass this kind of a bill for pay themselves $50,000 each on their exit, I think it's a human right crisis. This is an act of war against the people of Sierra Leone, and not because they're not all gone now here, then dressed with suit and some man wear nice Africana. No means you know for declare this as a sign of war from the elite in society that actually should protect the people. So we should take this matter to the court. We for challenge this improper, you getting enriched and alienate themselves from the people, improperly enriching themselves. This is what we for make sure say we stand against the court of law. This matter should be taken to the court for pass a verdict on this and stop that bill effective immediately. This is why we call on Dr. Abdullahi Conte, JFK, lawyer Lansana Dumbuya, lawyer Rashid of Legal Link, all of these people, when I can come out now, lawyer Gabby on them, hey, we get different opinions and certain things, but please, when I get for come out and save the soul of a democracy, lawyer Gabby I remember you back in 1992 when you gave an interview. I get a video that I can share with you back, let everybody see them, where you talk about where you support the 1992 NPRC overthrow. You support them because again, when the international community be want for come and can't stop the coup, you tell us say all this time the international community don't sit on back, then they watch, then they see how the country they go, nothing is working, the people are suffering, they don't do anything about them. Now when the young man they don't come and can't take over power, they want for can act out and this and that. You said that, lawyer Gabiron. Look at what is actually happening now in our nation. Go around the country today, travel across the country, ask people fundamental questions. How much possible for eat 3 times a day? It is a miracle how people survive in that country today. Go check the healthcare system. Now we talked about mortuary yesterday. 62 years of independence later, with mortuary, we never forget freezer. Even the freezer that we did, we never forget generator. Even the generator, we never forget 24-hour electricity. In a nation, we never for set a goal and a target for come together with the consensus for say let we fix if not the healthcare side, if not the electricity, if not the water, let we fix one. We go serve 100% of the population. So do I would call on all the legal minds in that country
in times like this, for save the soul of our democracy, we know say the military is there, they get a responsibility. The security forces, they get a responsibility. The lawyers, they get a responsibility. Civil society organizations get a responsibility. Interreligious leaders when I get a responsibility. Everybody has a responsibility at a time like this, comrade, for make sure say they come out and speak against this. 62 years of independence, let me reflect. Not to one set of people in our population for the enjoy whilst the rest of mankind they suffer in Sierra Leone. Politicians are there to serve. Politicians not going to say politics for good gentry, but they like today Sierra Leone become politics in Sierra Leone become like the hub for the rich. And a nation where the politicians they reach past the people, what's in the manufacture na poverty. I see that quote somewhere the other day. What's in politicians would manufacture for the people na poverty. Keep them down so they don't grow. Let the people not suffer, not survive. Let the people just stay down there so they continue for step on them. Give them breadcrumbs. When they eat after, then scatter and are gone. Then go shape what's in the shape, then get to the get. This is broad daylight robbery. This is thievery. This is looting. This is extortion. Again, if we're celebrating 62 years of independence as a country, we are proud. Say yes, we're all Sierra Leoneans. These are some of the things we'll get for reflect on and look back and say, moving forward, for say another 62 years, that is same side day, not for day, 104 years from today, now that same side, same 124 years from today, that is same side we'll get for day. That is the question we'll get for ask yourself, whose side will they go? If 62 years later of independence, members of parliament, they still think, communicator, for pass this kind of a billion so, for pay themselves this kind of exorbitant amount of money, when we people and still live and then slum them. Then they think about removing our people from slums, from Krube, from Mabela, all the side in this Sopit, all the side in there for poor people, then picking them. Gonna buy right now. Anybody, I challenge you, gonna King Tom Bommels right now. You do see 5-year-old picking, 4-year-old picking, sit on middle that dirty, they middle that trash. Now then they eat half 15 they eat. They see small picking away for them at school. Then they go and pick rubber them and this and that. All of these things. And then you get members of parliament 62 years later of independence. Then get mind for passing kind of a bill there against the nation. Let the members of parliament then go to the constituency. They like today, they don't come out of parliament. Parliament don't dissolve. But let them go answer to them people. Because you see, they know say the people are weak. Now make salon people return and say, for listen now one, but nobody you to listen to. Salon people and get common sense, communicator. No doubt, I no doubt salon people that useless bobo, they make a caricature of himself. They make a joke of himself. People they look around and they laugh. They say, look at this idiot. If he said that 2 years ago, where they can Allah, we say, oh, you don't talk for we cause mommy, cause make crudeness, because that is the only thing can cause people madam. But one day we'll go get repay, will they get justice, will they seek him? It must happen one day. But you see, communicator, this is the thing all they talk about. These people they come and can't use them politicians, they use them, bribe them, give them money after they don't traffic with people. As a matter of fact, all of the politicians who deal with this bubble, I wanted to also say they are criminals. They are part of the cartel. They are part of the human rights smuggling ring, where it happen right now in Sierra Leone. It's a big threat in the world. It is the biggest industry, and all across the world they are fighting against human trafficking. And this bobo is the kingpin when it comes to human trafficking in Sierra Leone. We know that it has been established. Now the same bobo is within the use parliamentarians and the user for come now, for can defend them, for can talk about them. One day, we know the evidences will bear and they will come forth. But we see the kind of way where they talk, the way this bobo they come and can try for deceive people. We don't tell when I say misinformation and disinformation is the biggest threats where they face mankind. The biggest threats are misinformation. Now in this body do so, misinforming our people. But the people of Salon are wise, they don't clever, they don't get sense, they don't see them. And when I continue for speak up and speak out, when I continue for educate on a brother and sister, they only listen to that garbage from that body. When I tell them say it's bull nonsense, it's crap, and not worth listening to, not worth on our time, because again it's misinformation, it's lies. Now I make when I continue for swear anybody they want to receive money from politicians within a social media, they advocate. Anybody within a social media, they advocate, they receive money from politicians. I know they say the one way it be say they are genuine to the cause, but when they can't defend politicians and per lie. If they receive money, you can't defend politicians per lie. Let God judge them. When I go put that bomb swear, let go generation upon generation. Let we get some sincerity. Not all man they can swear, say, I swear to God, they are a believer. No, this is what we don't get in Sierra Leone today. 62 years of independence, people, somebody is sick right now. In foot they rot in, but I don't get money for hospital. Members of parliament want to go pay themselves $50,000. These are the things what they say. Comrade, you will get your thoughts where you flow with. Go ahead and come on in.
Thank you, Ibrahim. Like we at least in the talk about the coup d'etat them. Ibrahim level understand say we get different type of coup d'etat, and the worst coup d'etats have come to the face that constitutional coup d'etat. We don't see over these 5 years how many times we don't see the challenge this government and then constitutional coup d'etat in the couch. Ibrahim. Every time, every minute, every hour, then people here, they do things like say Salon to state. like na animal kingdom with Ibrahim. You see what happened to talk say where the man who is this prize. They know the is and say they don't know Ibrahim, they mean them, then the is and because they already get also in the pull up. Then not is tax now Taki. Then not is tax at airport. Then not is tax pan local goods, even pan food price, everything that make everything in price they go up because that it make they say now we don't succeed also forget the money, we not get mining. Better mining they can already get exports proper, but they get money from the tax so they raise. So they don't do the assignment done, they don't know something for pull money before they go see let them pay them $50,000 each member of parliament, 132 plus the primary chief them. Like how somebody the primary chief there, Ibrahim. These are the people who live with the people that village them, then towns them. Some parliament chief then they like that within a Kubola, within a Mongo, within a Sinkunia, within a Falaba. Then no see even for them to try go to them. Na problem even bike Honda resistant to Honda go na war. They no all them here. They no get hospital in the area step. They no say no, but before they pay with this money, let them go build hospital and chief floor. Because people in the struggle, like you the popo for scan Kubola na war. For come them Mansofia, more last na bala can Kubola take and say ya take go mongo na trouble Ibrahim. Then sit down comfortably. They refuse fulfill for the people there. Rather they don't go join the cartel, the group of criminals for let them able rip off the people there for Chief Salom money. Hey Ibrahim. You know Salom people there. We understand say before we get constitutional coup d'etat and continue get military coup because military coup go force them say who stay on Anuba, who stay on the go. Una for go, where una for go, they must go. But constitutional coup d'etat between the put today, we generation at some point they can inherit. They continue that in the do now. If we not stand up, not to be the suffer now. We also finance will say we tell go thank you small. That don't they can after we. We buy them in the suffer the 60s Ibrahim, but they don't suffer better pass we. They tell go thank you. Now we need to compare. We be the suffer small this 70s to the 80s, but now the suffer is as low. You need to compare them to the 80s. You need to compare them to the 70s. What thing happen as low right now? You need to compare them to the 70s or the 80s. We be so grand party state. You need to compare that to the 90s who began to the war. The US alone is suffer right now, not even suffer so. The salon, the treasury salon is right now, Ibrahim. Now the Queen Mutkalom lost control on top of hill. But that is said in Uda God save them and they survive. Now that big salon is one right now. The Mutkal they go in the high speed, you don't break on film. Now it's just the good now. Now Uda God give us save. If we not stand up, na salon, we stand up. Against them criminals, against them crooked, against them tipman, against that PC, them poverty with the index that they hope they can pull up and up with. For let them left poor, let them continue for rich. One day, someday, sometimes, even if you know that life, who say it's hold you down, you know, forgive yourself. Say I can get a chance for TINAP. I can get a chance for challenge this year. Then say our life begin for end. The day they keep quiet about things will matter. Oh, yeah. That now life begin end. They don't keep quiet about things will matter. This matter. This not to APC, not to SLPP, not to C4C, not to NDC. You and I SLPP supporter. Ask you member of parliament what you don't do for these 5 years. You and I NDC supporter. Ask you what you don't do for the Cambia district inside these 5 years. You and I C4C when I ask them I say what you don't do na Kono inside these 5 years. Low ask who na APC supporters. Low ask who MPC. What you don't do we qualify on a for not get that money. The one don't do well na Salon Parliament pass them. They not ask for that kind of money. They not ask. They not rip off the states. They not rip off we. No do nothing. This parliament they go down to in history. When they go challenge nothing. They not do nothing. They go down in history. All collectively for help and before they achieve all the killings them. Ibrahim, that means they not challenge the killing of people in the Parliament road. Na Tumbo, na Lushar, Makini for whatever hypocrite people who angry the Makini that matter. Where them go, then commodity. That's in a been deal. So now go no money do nothing. When the police the bit from that end, the innocent killing of all the people one that then the shooting of Foster, the killing them of different people them. And now then they go now say, well, power, you assignment don't complete. So what will be say? Na tit for that, na deal, hand go hand cap. So you know see, you na somebody like Salon. Be it SLPP, be it APC, be it C4C, be it NDC, be it ADP, be it Unity Party, be it PMDC, everybody, like I remember Charles Maga, we then go to convention. We say any region, any political party, because you want something, if they look, but all for the say, whatever mistake we do, We don't do another mistake. We go for add the suffering for another 5 years. They say, but people no say, they as politicians and then picking their family, they will left this country and go in case of therapy. Now the people and for left and suffer. He said that in the convention.
Yeah.
I was so pleased with that guy. I always disagree with my guy, Papa, but I always agree with him.
Absolutely.
In I always disagree.
Don't call up this fight against these members of parliament.
You don't prove I'm saying you don't fall for Papa mentality.
No.
Then we go from PMDC. He said they join APC for pull SLP because it's been timely. When they appoint SLP appoint as Minister of Justice, is in first conference with Hulami the second state, he said nobody, any other from above. Minister no organize for tell police who person. If you then do minister something, go report like police investigate arrest the person.
Right.
They say Palo second state. So you see how much a man, if they say Satan go born angel can born Satan. Satan is the born angel born Satan.
Yep.
You see how Satan give you angel. Because but my guy and I would all the bad law the would perfect for so today. You see how I can give you angel. But even the way they go elect as a leader, he make it very clear. He say, me and my family will leave this country if you are crisis can, but we not leave this country. So I know allow dragon into that we will make one left so I can let what's happening to the war. It's a honest statement.
Very honest.
Very honest statement.
Very honest.
Some person go talk about say, when I vote for me, I know they kill the mother bill, but then go make that unlucky. Alas, he say, no killing, no they again. Or no one kill anybody again for politics. Die, no one kill now, no one kill another person again. Just my guy say, no, we not allow dragon to last day. So we see, as he say, I always disagree with Papa. Of course, we begin the end of me do. I always the measure. Like I say, in law we got 1964, nine years alone the one party then can go into war. But I always don't agree with him in such a statement that where they make when for the interest of the nation. I don't agree with him of in political philosophy, but I agree with him with the statement who all the talk for say Salon first. Salon is bigger than all of us. Big party, any political party don't allow politicians. The minority people, less than 0.1% of people that they want to destroy the nation. So put all politicians the way this of APC, local parliament 132, all party with this so 4 party parliamentary 132, and they can destroy over 7 million people in life. So how go sit down 132 people and go destroy your life, then go ask for more than what we know they get. Abraham, take that 1 billion loans, go to constituency. Any constituency say to go ship that money day. That constituency, I was say maybe for the whole month, each and everybody could get to date for 1 month. 1 billion right now can go ship for the constituency. Each and every family will be able to date for 1 month. Hey, but if I'm not people in the entire constituency, they never need to wait out the family. They never need to wait out. Like saying that's where people get. When they get that money for the people now. What's that they pull that money, Ibrahim? Not a private entity, not a business. For saying that their own business and do so that the profit and for ship. No, Ibrahim. They want to make the parliament don't become so attractive to young people now. Anybody we go school self now, even if in a banker, even if in a lawyer, even if in economics, even if the man is engineer, all man go to parliament now. Nobody will do professional job again because the money they get a parliament, they get a parliament bank, you do so. The money they get a parliament, they get a engineering. The money they get a parliament, they get a lawyer. Make everybody. Now, one good. And then they go to parliament for change laws them. Or they go to parliament for better people in life. Or they go to parliament for personal gain, for personal interest. So if the parliament been busy, not to start with a money making machine. If okay, let's say 20 years ago, if the people in the for member of parliament, if they say, where they say most of the pay them, they say, no, member of parliament are 4 million they pay them. Would have been a good day. Almost go to bank. They say, almost go make sure
exactly.
When they begin increase their money. They begin increase the money, then begin to put the tension car. Okay, look now from 2018, this 2020, look like I have to all party for so to EPC no more, SLPP. I remember made the swear about saying eating money for symbol and not getting it swear. He said they go swear. Anybody eating money go put for them get the symbol. All said now, don't talk war, Ibrahim. I think law extend the parliament to. We're going to make parliament levy 1 million people to go there because all more go to member of parliament.
Yes.
And nobody's going there to change the system. Everybody's going there for their self-interest. When they say that they for pay me $15,000 from $5,000 to $15,000 Ibrahim medical fee. Who's can solve that? Ibrahim, the money they pay them money, even if $5,000, so to what they don't do for bill for the cancer hospital.
Of course.
Annually, over $600,000, I don't do for bill for cancer hospital alone. You don't follow get so bad in the look or not today. You don't follow get this well standard structured mortuary from where that hospital cannot be passed alone. It's cannot. I think you older than alone independence because we don't get cannot to not get independence. I'm sure.
We'll look at
Imagine 30 days. That small mortuary we did it. 30 days. Ibrahim, if you see all over any choice alone being get communication, we not being get and Sierra Leone, then naturally kill them by giving private company them more powerful, let them able get the internet at the hand, then kill their own. When they for generate money, we see Sierra Leone workers in the strike that they say for pay. We then remember we get Sierra Leone. When I start then they give line to people, and not going and they give line to people, and they will get a mobile company for put the price or instead increase data price and call price up for the people there. We make the lock and above for the Parliament road. We see that to do so.
Comrade, Connaught was built in 1912.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no, I say Connaught was built in 1912.
Fine. In 1912, remember, from when they built, how they left us so? How they left us so? 1912. Over 100 years ago, with the left that mortuary, that's when they built Connaught, and that mortuary, so I don't know, they even get a population of 200,000 people in it.
I swear to God, my brother, we don't get a state of the art mortuary at the time like this.
No, if it gets population of 200,000, then build Parliament Road, tomorrow they build Parliament Road, the prison. Now for being 300 inmates, 600 inmates. Then they build Parliament Road for. Now Parliament Road, they carry the 300 inmates, I mean, not even 600. Now Parliament Road, they carry over 1 million. So when we been going up, na Parliament Road, Mina be 1,467. That was my number. Imagine, place will be for 300 inmates. Now they carry nearly, I don't know how much we're on it now. Mina 1,467. I go to Parliament Road. This is 2 years ago. So Freetown, when they established Freetown, the Guma Valley established for 600,000 people. That's where they established that for 600,000 people. Now, Freetown, they carry almost half of Saloon population, where SLPP census say, can never get population past Freetown. The city, that's in Waterloo, we all know. First, the way is from Freetown to Waterloo, now bush, now from Freetown, take Waterloo, the houses, I mean, they see no bush in the houses, and take Waterloo, 355. Almost I want to 38 now, the houses, they see. They carry almost half of Saloon population. They carry over 1 million. People, if they say continue, must get over 2 million people. Freetown they carry as at this point. They build that one value for 600,000 people. For more than build that 30 day no extension. Let me go to water crisis. The population grow, the facility remain the same. All then they need to check out Ibrahim. The population they grow, the facilities all remain the same. The light system as alone, the two of them establish MPA, not so for this population where they do now. Now God makes self under an escuma, we can give it that one na Blackhall Road, which you na Wellington for extended power station na Wellington and Blackhall Road. They, Ibrahim let's not get foresight. Any country when I forget agenda, in 10 years, this is the population of this country, that this city, you get for increase so. So before they try to increase the EDC, we have to work towards that. Ibrahim look then country, I teach they extend roads. Teach they extend the cities. And they look. Maybe in the next 5 years, I get for choke, then begin add on a lane. If not 3 lanes, they say, go 4. If not 4, they say, go 5. Because then the first CC, the population get for high, the vehicle get for Boko. We from 1961 up till date, the same plan we didn't get, we didn't fix. Ibrahim, the time we pack about in the talk for 2020, we go back fully. If you say 2020, they retain the world down. 2020, 900 by kilometer now. That's in the year 2020. Remember, I don't know if I remember that vision 2020.
Yeah.
Vision 2020.
Remember? Yeah.
Yes, there's a vision 2020. Before that, the world go back full. Well,
In fact, like before that, I think that's this stupid Emerson way. Emerson may just left for sing now, may spend business money. I remember one song where he say like then before that they can't tell we say 2020 we go back full, something like that.
I tell you.
Yes.
Yes, 2020 will be full. That's it. If you see 2020, they reached the world down. Ibrahim, 2020, now is a lot making rest go now there 400,000.
Yes. Well, Korikashi, I think Emerson, say everything getting staged. So I think in musical careers, we don't switch from, they do music again. No,
the problem, Ibrahim, if you're not possible, you belong to certain thing. So yourself did it. Emerson come as a revolution artist, we have all been looking for.
Right.
See? We'll get an accident and the world Ibrahim. Nigeria, they're happy. Nigeria, even the comedian, they get revolution comedians.
I totally understand.
But then they fix on them points. Yes, then they go so then fix on them points. Well, you not do well like this. Emerson stand up for Bele. They can't test the better past today. They can't to Munku boss matches. Now this one now. What if you talk?
Right. So, comrade, the thing is, what I say is, right, and I understand everything that you're saying. You see, salon music industry, profitable like the Nigerian music industry, where the Nigerians are making good money out of, because, of course, they get a larger population base, and so then so maybe Emerson, music not so profitable anymore. You don't do your own, maybe it was his time, you don't prophesy, you don't sing all, you sing them, but all, unfortunately, go against APC. We before like Emerson, now one solid self in this
Ibrahim, Ibrahim, the thing is,
no, I don't get
Ibrahim,
level.
vision person get the same way fella Kuchi when they sing in Nigeria, where they fight against government and then beat and left, right, and center. Today, you cannot talk Nigeria history without mentioning fella Kuchi name.
Exactly.
Emerson,
Exactly.
we been grab Bobele. What make them Sabia Ibrahim? If you know, Emerson knows a low population, not 7 billion, we begin sing.
Right.
All enjoy. That's
right.
Why music I always like for Emerson. We mean like, pass all the music them. Where APC win. That music we sing Ofuna shake with the wap. That music I be like and tear neck.
I swear to God.
As APC win. Nice sing straight. Ofuna shake with the wap. Ofuna shake with the wap. That music they be a wake up call to Anes Kruma. Now we wake up to the APC government.
Absolutely.
So when SLPP win, I'm expecting for give them the same warning. Say, warning.
True.
When I say for a mistake, you don't give warning.
Listen,
instead, we don't make me you see, Saloma na Kukunati. That's I agree. That is Salom Pulen. Get the support two party.
Yeah.
You see na Kukunati.
Yeah. I think what you do, it top them up around.
Consistency.
Yeah, I think that song there was like a bye-bye. Yeah, I think it was like a bye-bye to Sierra Leone music, basically. So you say, what thing, I did wrap them up with Salumange Kuknated. But the thing is, Emerson, I mean, I remember back then they were at college. One guy became a salon where Papa and friend, TJ, they call it TJ, they act Nigerian movie them. So if one for come establish the movie industry in Sierra Leone. So, one day they see me, they go down, I don't know, it's like gas could drive or something like that. I say, man, what are you very? So I say, wait, so you say, yeah, some you Papa say, Papa, a long time ago, then they begin to remind me of certain things. Then I say, well, man, for come, Lauka, you say you could play a very good part in, a movie for act movies. Then tell the car, they walk out and tell the heavy, and tell man the bench, bra, heavy. So then I go there, I go meet Emerson, very unassuming guy, they talk nothing. So when my man begins spark, I don't believe. I say, this guy when they talk, God, and they sing. So so but anyways, hopefully Emerson will come and go knock with some nice, before the election. Now 1 month or left, so
it's got 58 more days. Maybe they wait until 1 month before the election.
You never know. You never know, Kashi. So tell me, man,
anything can happen.
Yeah. So Kashi,
I was just playing that song where Comrade be the top just now.
Oh, really? Yeah. But Comrade Kashi,
Anyway, let's crack on, Brian. Let's crack on.
This time be the best music I like. As any of your music, because as APC win, you get a message say, what I do for SLPP, I get for Duavo. That be the best music, Ibrahim. For let's look better. We all the play part. We know part of the place. So Ibrahim have done my part. For us, you don't keep quiet, Ibrahim.
Yeah.
I don't fight for Salon. I was short.
Yeah.
Now me people pay me money. I've been getting all chance for Sidom and keep quiet. We then lock me up for life. Mola not talk again.
Comrade,
Ibrahim, if I don't be talking again,
if you know to possibly be sincere. After we then lock you 9 months, see son, we then release you. I swear to God, my brother. If you not be sincere, if you not greedy, brother. If you not be,
after they begin for contacting me, all kind way, but I refuse. Because what he me really say, they say, what shall it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul?
9 months,
no matter the money you give me today for die, what
lock you up. Take advantage of you. Abuse your rights.
Me, Ibrahim. I don't believe say this world and nothing, brah. Anyhow you make it go, but the queen who been a jump for nine king, nine picking the can corona say this year. Who said it? Who said it? Do we independence? Who said it today? All in power we be get. Who said it? So there's nothing. Just be sincere to your God and your conscience. Get your focus. Me and focus mind will get. Will not say we able to do it or more dirty. I would simply do, but we choose not to. All of us would ask you. If you say no one go enjoy Christmas or Independence Day, they go there. My bride goes around. They give them foolish when they talk self and we get appointment. But we refuse. We say no. At this point, salon need to be. At this point, not to be interest and salon interest. If it's also no for say like how it goes on to almost the shooting heart pass way all get paid in the cash once your mother is sacrificed and they if you see
I gotta go.
You go.
Yeah, low round up.
Then low round up.
You know, because you see, comrade, the fact of the matter is, I think, say, 62 years of independence later, low call on all the legal minds them, low call all the constitutionalists them, the people who protect the constitution, let them come and give a gift to the Salon people them at 62 years of independence. Let them give the gift of Sierra Leone to Sierra Leoneans, the way BC, then they take this matter to the law court system for ensure say this bill not pass and let them not pay no member of parliament that $50,000 there. It's robbery, now extortion, and I refer them to section 97, subsection B of the 1991 Constitution, we say no member of parliament enough for seek for enrich themselves improperly and alienate themselves from the people. Alienation are other part of what we'll get for talk about later. Members of parliament not the old town hall meetings. Members of parliament not they talk to them constituency them. What they supposed for. When you ask questions to your members of parliament and they talk back to we, it's alienation from the people. But we left aside, but improperly enriching themselves. Section 97, subsection B of the Constitution. Absolutely make them very clear. Say nobody no for go against that. So dear, we call on Charles Magai, PMDC. We call on Dr. Abdullahi Okonte. We call on JFK. We call on Lawyer Rashid. We call on Lawyer Lansana Dumbuya. We call on every legal mind. We call on civil society organizations. We call on interreligious council. We call on Marcela Sambadem, Andrew Lavalidem, Ibrahim Tomidem. We call on all of these organizations in Sierra Leone. Abdul Fatoma them. They all. We call on for take this matter up with the law court system and file this petition and the case against the Parliament of Sierra Leone, including the Speaker of the Parliament and every member of Parliament, not for receive that money there. It's looting, it's robbery at 62 years of independence with all the perils we will get with suffering of our people. Enough is enough. I think say dandy for be the gift to our give Sierra Leoneans them for preserve and protect this democracy. We look forward to for do this for we. We wish everybody well in the next coming elections. 58 days from today, by the way, 58 days. Go pick your voter ID card. We don't say difficult. APC organize on ourselves. Sierra Leoneans them organize on our people them. Every Sierra Leonean deserve to participate in the elections for able for vote, regardless of the political party. It is their sanctity, it is their right to vote. NEC for register and allow everybody for be registered and take care of them. So dear, we want NEC for provide transportation as well. Political parties them organizing secretaries within political parties. We provide transportation for people in the provinces. Then we pick up the voter ID card them. But anyways, we left on bye bye everybody. We come back to now. Know what you listen. Misinformation is the biggest threat we face mankind. Understand say the well-being of Sierra Leone come first. Bye bye everybody.